Hey guys, Zawr back on P99 Blue. Last chapter, just want to do a quick update from the last chapter. It's a funny video. We died down in the Warrens, and I had said that we are going to come back, get our body, and probably go back to Blackburrow for a couple levels. But once I actually got back, I decided to stay and try to tough it out, still knowing that I was still bound over in Kino. So I did that. It only died one more time since then, and I actually died about 30 minutes ago before before I dinged 12 and made this video. So I only had to do the corpse run one more time, but want to do a quick update. Was able to get 12, great XP down there, but wanted to just one, give that update, but two, I'd mentioned we were going to talk about faction and what I'm working on, and then also the potential for this quest turn-in. So I did want to show off the Kobol Molar quest. These molars will drop inside the warrens, and there's an evil and a good version of this turn-in. So we are going to do the good turn-in, which does hurt our Penial faction, our Heretic faction, which is what we're actually working on trying to get up. But from the research I've done and what I think actually the faction hit that you get is it's -1 faction for every molar you turn in, and it's +1 faction for every kobold that you kill. So turning in these will hurt my faction by about just under 50. Like I think it's like 45 teeth or so, something like that. So that'll be 45 kobolds I'd have to kill to make it up for. But the reason I'm doing it is there's a chance to get banded with each turn-in, and being able to sell that banded for a couple plat. Right now I need the plat more than I need the well, I guess that's not true. I need the faction more because I can go, once I get the faction and get my key, I can go down into Payno and start killing some guards and make more money. But the money's nice, and then I also thought it was worth just showing you guys the turn-in. So I don't mind killing 40-ish more kobolds anyways to get my faction, because I still don't have the faction. So I did confirm when I got here, my Heretic faction was, I was threatening. So I wasn't scowling, I was a little bit above that. But I was threatening, and since then, just from killing kobolds, I am now apprehensive. And the cool thing about the Heretic Penial faction is inside Penial, there's only one faction. You don't have different factions you have to worry about, you only have to worry about that one. So once you get your Heretic faction up, you can essentially run around Penial without a care in the world. So I'm currently apprehensive, meaning I can get in there, I can bank, I can do everything I need to. The problem is you can't get the key until you're amiable. And so if I'm going to pull this over real quick. This is the faction chart from the wiki, and I imagine it's pretty accurate. Though of course some of these numbers could be a little off. But again, I started over in threatening. I'm not sure where on the in threatening I started, but I imagine it was probably close to the scowling side of things. And so again, each kobold kill gives you +1 faction. So you can see how many I've had to kill just to get to where I'm at in apprehensive. And I don't know where I'm at on the chart for apprehensive, but I imagine I still have probably a good 200, at least 200, I'd imagine, kobolds I have to kill before I'm close to indifferent. And then you'll get to indifferent really quick. As you can see, it's essentially nothing. And then I'll be an amiable once. And once I'm amiable, I can get my key and get into the Penial freely. So even though I'm not KOS, I still can't get into the city without someone opening the door for me. So I can get in, but I can essentially get locked in. So if I run over there real quick, and I'll show you how you get into Penial. And so any of these guards will give you a key once you have the faction. So if I held it, and I think you have to say KEYZ for keys. Oh, well, yeah, so even though I'm apprehensive, he won't even really talk to me. So he still doesn't like me enough to do anything. So, but once you get to amiable and you say keys, he will give you the key. And you can see I'm running really slow. So what I'm going to do is, because I'm going to do the good version of this quest, I could, so you can do the evil version of this quest as well. And that'll really get me the faction I need really quick. The problem is turning these in to the evil side will also hurt my my caster faction. So it doesn't only hurt the Erudin guard faction, it actually hurts the caster faction. And that faction is really hard to raise, from what I'm reading. I essentially, by raising my caster faction, I'm hurting my Peniel faction. So it's kind of this weird weird circle where I can't really, I don't really know how to raise that caster faction. So it's easier for me to, and the only negative faction I get for turning in the to the good version, or to the good, yeah, the good quest, is my Peniel faction gets hurt. And I can just really easily come back and kill a couple kobolds and get that up real quick. So killing, you know, 40 to 50 kobolds will be pretty insignificantly quick for me. But this is how you get into the Peniel, and as you can see, this is an elevator. It's down, it's locked. I can't click on the stone to open it. I can't get in. Even if I could get in, I wouldn't be able to get out without the key. So it's a big pain, folks that are down there having to let you in and out. So that's why I'm shooting for that faction. So wanted to talk about the faction. Still got a little bit of work to do before I can get that key. But what we're going to do is we're going to go turn these teeth in. I'm going to show you where the good version for this Molar quest turn in is, and we'll see if we get lucky with some banded. So yeah, I'm going to cut the video so you don't have to watch me run for 20 minutes, and we'll start it back here soon. Alright guys, we're back. We just zoned into Peniel from the newbie yard. Figured I'd show you how to get right to the NPC where we're going to turn this into. And one thing I forgot to mention, I did when one of the times I died, I guess it was the first time once I got my body and I came back to Erudin, because I was gonna take the boat back and I was gonna go to Blackborough, and I was like, you know what, no, I'm gonna stay there. I'm gonna try to tough it out, and I'm just gonna kind of live on the edge. I did go ahead and buy my what I could afford for my level 12 spells, specifically my new pet, my new nuke, and my bind. So once I hit 12, before I started the video, I actually bound myself right outside the warren. So now that I'm here, back in Erudin, I'm going to do the quest turn-ins, then I can go bank, resupply, get everything I need, and then I can easily just gate back to the warrens and continue to work on my faction. But once we're inside Erudin, this is the library. Right beside it is the Deepwater Knights, and this is the Paladin, the Erudite Paladin Guild Hall. And inside here, in the very back, is where you come turn these teeth in, or the molars. And much like crush bone belts and things like that, you can turn them in 4 at a time, and you will get a very low chance of getting some, I think it was banded, maybe it's Mel, but some rewards, and those rewards so for a couple plat. But this is where you can come turn in these teeth. So if you're a good character and you've ever seen these molars, you're like, what the hell do I do with them? If you're not worried about Heretic faction or raising that faction, you can farm it, come here to TM inside the Paladin Hall and turn them in. And I'm going to lower my volume. Oh, my volume is lowered. I didn't want to blow your ears out. So the one thing to, the only thing you need to consider is, well, I guess one is, again, the only negative faction you get is with the Heretics. But really quick, I can really quickly raise that again, because I'm going to be down there faction in the warrens. And once I get the faction that I need, I won't do any more of these turn-ins, obviously. Actually, this is the only time I'm going to do any more TD turn-ins. I just wanted to show you guys. But you'll get some high cancel of Erudin faction. Those are like your guards, and then the Deepwater Knights. What you don't get is the caster faction. So I talked about the reason I don't want to do this with the evil one is because it affects your caster faction. So that's like your wizard and mage and things like that. You don't get any positive faction with those folks by turning these in, but you'll get negative faction by turning these into the wrong NPC. So we'll come here, we're going to turn these in, we'll see if we'll get lucky with some equipment. You'll get quite a bit of gold too, so that's nice. But you won't get any XP for the most part. I mean, I don't know what level. So here we go, we got some ring mail. These will probably sell for, you know, a couple bucks. I don't know what level the turn-ins stop being good for XP. Right now I might get 1% every 10 molars or so. Well, I just got 1% for turn-in 4. Let's see what I get when I turn in number 4. Let's see if I get 5%. So no, I didn't hit 5%, but you can see, and so that's why you turn in 4, because if you get multiple rewards, it'll just sit on your mouse. So, but again, this will be close to 50 kobolds that I have to re-kill to make up the faction that I just lost. But well worth it just to record it, show you guys where to turn it in. Once I get my faction inside Painel with the Heretics, I'll show you where you can turn in the negative version as well. And I turn in the negative, or not the negative, the evil faction one on my evil classes, obviously, because I don't really care about my Erudin faction one, but don't want to tank it on this guy. So you can see I'm currently at 6%. I think I started at like 2 or 3%, so you'll get some movement. Just don't expect this to be a high XP quest turn-in at this level. Again, I'm level 12, so barely get much of anything. But cool. So that's who you can turn those into. Really nice. There's a merchant right here, so if you're super encumbered like me, you can immediately just come over here, start selling. 2 plat, 2 plat, 1 plat, 1 plat. So you see, I mean, it's not great, but if you're starting fresh like me, that's 3 plat. You take all the plat you can get. Plat will not be an issue much longer though, once I'm inside Painel, and I'll show you guys how to kind of kill the guards and the rotations and all that stuff, but you'll make a killing down there. So real quick, I'll just show you guys, just do a quick run through of Erudin, show you the inside of the palace, go to the bank real quick, then I'll gate back to the Warrens, and then we'll probably wrap up this video then, and the next one will be some adventures down in the Warrens. Now that I can bind, I feel a little bit better about testing some limits down there at level 12. So we'll show you how to get to the bank. We'll do these, we'll convert our money, drop everything off. Don't really need to resupply, pretty good. Might buy some water, and then we'll be ready to go. So if you go straight and up the stairs, that'll go to the casters. If you take right or left and you go downstairs, this will be kind of the city proper, where the bank is, the city office, vials of vitality, and some fine gems. So like if you're a mage and come in here and buy your malachite and things like that. I actually, let's go see if there's some food or drink inside here, because I would like to resupply that. Just want some water and milk. But we will go ahead and replenish our malachite, I guess. We'll save a little bit of money on this. We'll go and get some water from somewhere. I think there's another merchant over here. ahead and bank. Convert our copper. 59 plat, not bad. That's all from that quest turn in. That's all, you know, and just looting some garbage off of kobolds. So I'll take it. We're probably fine. By the time I need to really resupply my water, I'll probably have the faction I need to get inside the city. But let's see. I want to wrap the video up by reconning the guards. So now that I've bombed my faction a little bit with turning in them molars, let's go see if that dropped me below apprehensive back to dubious. I imagine I'm probably still apprehensive because I did do a molar turn in the other day just to test, and I turned in about the same amount. And I didn't drop faction, so that's what made me believe that it's only -1 faction to turn in. I'm just making sure I don't need anything else while I'm here besides water. So we'll get back. We'll check the faction real quick, and then we'll wrap this up in preparation for the next chapter, which will be me back inside the Warrens, killing some kobolds, and maybe showing you guys some. I don't think I'm pretty confident I can't kill the prince or anything, but I might be able to go a little bit deeper now. Show you guys some of the zone. Well, let's run up here, check our faction one more time. Post turn in. Cool. Yeah. So I'm still apprehensive. So I'll need to kill roughly, approximately 50 kobolds to make that faction back up. But that'll be so quick. I will not be doing any more teeth turn in, I don't believe, because I plan by the end of the day today to have the faction that I need to make inside Peniel. So don't want to lower it anymore, just for a couple molars. As you can see, I got a bag worth of, banded or mel during that, and the plat's nice, but you're gonna make so much more inside Peniel. So no more molars. We're just gonna go back inside the Warrens, have a good time. I will end the video real quick. This is the entrance to the hole. So for anyone that's not familiar, this is how you can get to the hole. That requires a key to get inside, unless you're like a gnome or a halfling. You can slide through that rock, the crack in the rock right there. But the key to get inside is also inside Peniel. So there's 2 keys, and that's the reason why you see a lot of people factioning. 1, to get the Peniel key, but 2, to get the whole key. And the whole key cost, I think it was like 200 plat. But once we're down there, I'll show you where you can get that key as well, so that you no longer have to wait to get inside. But okay, well, appreciate it, guys. That's the end of this one, and we'll be back later with some more adventures from inside the Warrens. Thanks, guys.